let's come to the word understanding. Understanding, that is why Solomon never made a mistake about these two words. He was also understanding is the ability to evaluate knowledge. That's the time of evaluation. You don't just get something immediately. You jump on it and say, I'm doing it. It's cool, it's cool. Nah, it's not cool. Grasp, gather knowledge. Once you gather, you grasp, you have that knowledge, then there comes a place, a time of evaluation. Evaluate, man. Hlala phansi, especially when you are a believer. Sit down. Don't just just be talking. Sit down and evaluate the information that you have gathered. It's going to help you. Nobody else. You. Don't move around and say, no, I know it. And every time when a person says to me, I know it, I keep quiet. Because my understanding is one, he never came to a point of evaluating those facts. Facts are good, opinions are good. You can have opinions, different. We can have, as was stated here, I admit also, as you are looking at me, some of you may be saying, no, it's his opinion. Oh, no, those are facts. Facts are good, opinions are good, but everything that you collect, you gather it, you must make time for evaluation, which is the time of interpretation. This is what exactly you want to do. You want to evaluate, because there are people who just talk without even thinking. They just throw words. I mean, it is commonly said that words, whether it's an SMS or the words on a phone that you have spoken to a person, you can never reverse those words. That is why it is important, even in communication, when you communicate with a person, even if a person is throwing, to a silly word, you don't want to just pambane now. Well, there are people that you are pambane. No, you don't want to say, you don't want to be like that person. If you understand that person is mad, now don't just fall into the same trap of being mad, of that madness. So, understanding is evaluation of knowledge. To understand knowledge, pick up this point again. To understand knowledge is to see the meaning or the significance of that information. That's what is important. When we come to a point of understanding, that is why the Bible, it's not me, it's not any other source, it's the Bible. It says, get understanding, it's knowledge, it's understanding, it's wisdom, three things. Knows that these are the steps that takes you through to become a better person, an honorable person, a person who's not going to lose his life at random. Make sure that you sit down, then you evaluate. Do evaluation, you take it through, and knowledge, it's understanding and evaluation. To understand knowledge, to see the meaning or significance of the knowledge, of the facts that you have accumulated. Also, this one is very important, Bazalwan. Understanding is the skill of knowing where knowledge fits. If you claim to be knowing and not understand, not coming to a point of knowing where that knowledge fits, you just apply it wherever you want to. You throw it, then that's not wisdom. Understanding will always be, I know this, but where does it fit? Ingenapi. That's what we call it understanding. It means you have spent time evaluating those facts and knowing exactly where they fit. Then you become a better person. That's what, even in understanding myself, when you reason with people in debate, in everything, once you listen to those people, you hear that it was knowledge first. I mean, you don't just become a student or master, or whatever, a master's degree, that's graduate, or, because you just copy everything. You sit down, you reason, you evaluate, and you know where it fits, and you know where it is. It is applicable. Now, let's come to wisdom. And before we come to the word wisdom, the entire, the simple, just to take it from the dictionary. We must not be lazy, young people. How many students we have in the house? Can I see your hands? Students. Whether university, whatever. Drop your hands, university students. A lot in the house is almost full. You can't just be people who just, here you learn a lot of things. You go back to school, you become a better person. I was just thinking when I was away about my children, because I've promoted that. Reading, promoted that they must read papers, the newspapers daily, know what is happening in their own country. And I was thinking about what they are studying now. I was thinking, I've got a lot of books there in the office, where they will go and just buy books. I have them in the office. I told them when I was away, because they keep on coming to me, there's this book, I want this book, there's this book, I want to buy this book. But if they can visit my office and be able to go through in my mini library, they'll be able to come up with a lot of things. But most of the things, some of them that I've studied, are not Christian books per se. I read a lot of secular books. I say that. Amen. Just to equip myself to have knowledge. I'm not going to end there, to have a good interpretation. You must read. I'm not talking about silly books and Zamanyala and whatever. I'm talking about books. I'm not just reading novels and whatever, things that are not going to matter in my life. I'm just busy with books. Now, let's come to the wisdom, just to take it from Simple Dictionary. It says, ability to apply knowledge, experience, and understanding, or common sense or insight. That's an ability. That's a skill to apply what you have acquired, the facts that you have acquired, to finish. There, understanding is evaluation and interpretation, but wisdom, how do I apply these facts? Finish. As we're here, Barcelona, we teach a lot of things in the church, but it depends on you. How you are developing based on the information that you already have. Some people, they do not believe in tithing. And you don't blame you because maybe there are some churches that they robbed you. They were eating all the money. They don't know what to do with the church money. But it's time now to understand, to know, to be taught, to open your ears, because tithing will be always tithing because it is written here. And offerings will be offering because it's written here. So why you see many people don't do things, not necessarily, tithing, don't live skillfully, in terms of their character. It is because of how they evaluate what we say to them. Amen. Because you can leave this place and be saying, and I give you a sense, as a young person, you need to keep your body pure. You question that. You say, no, how is that possible? But you don't come to a point of understanding and evaluating with a pure heart. And once you evaluate it, the last things will be wisdom to apply it, because you are able to listen to what I'm saying. The thing is, you reject it because of the previous information that has filled your heart and your mind. That's why many people, they decide not to come back to this church, because they think about this thing of, oh,